Spring construction season fills up super fast. So there's a few things you should do to make your project go super smooth. Let's get into it. Before you get all excited about the finishes and the design of the house, you got to stop and ask yourself and double check, is your land actually buildable? Check with your local townships, local counties to make sure that the zoning ordinances allow you to build what you want and where you want. Then after you figured that out, make sure that you take a peek at the land and get an idea of how things should be laid out. You know, what are you expecting in the next 5 years? Do you want to put a shed next to your house? Get an idea where you should put your snow. You know, where's the best view? Do you want the sunrise to come up right into your bedroom, or do you want it to be over your dining room table while you're having coffee in the mornings? Get an idea of how you want it laid out and make sure that it's going to work. Next, you want to clarify what the building's purpose is. You know, if it's a shed, are you going to want it to be heated so that you can work on the inside of it? And you know, if you park something that's full of snow, you know, do you want a floor drain? These are things that you really need to consider before going into the design process, because it's really going to impact, you know, the cost of everything. If it's a house, you know, you want to see how much work do you want to take on, you know, or is your best friend a sheetrocker? So, you know, you guys could take over that portion. You know, some DIYers are willing to tackle a lot. Some, they just want to paint, or some just want to move their furniture in. So get an idea of what you're capable of doing and what exactly your building's purpose is going to be. The next thing you want to do is have a budget. Have an idea, you know, if you want to spend a lot of money on the exterior or the interior features. For example, like your cabinets or what you want your bathroom to be laid out like. This is where, you know, you need to have numbers to where you're willing to spend and what you're willing not to spend. Have a better idea on what the finishes you would like and which ones are negotiable and non-negotiable. That really can give you a better idea on where you can shave some cost off and where you can't. When designing, you got to have the next 5 years in mind. Be mindful that the fads or the things that are in today might not stay in. So you might be in love with it right now, but make sure that you're willing to keep that for the next 5 years. Are you going to have a family? Are you looking to, you know, if you have an acreage, are you going to have some animals? You know, so, you know, you might have an outbuilding that you might build, or really be mindful of what the next 5 years look like and how you can incorporate everything into the design that's going to maximize your property in the way that you want to use it. You also need to set a realistic timeline. You have to talk to your builder and understand that, you know, we're working in a cold environment. We need the frost to go out in order for road restrictions to come off so that we can haul heavy equipment to your property, get the site prepared, bring heavy loads of materials to your site. And then, you know, when it rains, sometimes it pours, sometimes it might be a delay, and, you know, there's nothing you can do about that. So Mother Nature is in control, and you just have to make sure that you understand. Sometimes the process is quick, fast, and easy. Sometimes it takes a little bit longer than you expected. So just have a good idea on how long the build is going to take. When thinking about utility locations, such as like a sewer or a well, don't worry, we've got you covered. We've seen it all. We understand the setbacks and where things need to be located and where they can't be located. We've learned from our experiences, and you know, really took the good with us and left the bad behind. So don't worry about that if you're stressing on where you don't know where something should go, because we've really got you covered there. But you know, just be mindful that you're going to have those things, and they are going to take up space, and we're going to do our best to locate them in the best possible spot. If you're planning to have a spring build, we want to make sure that you start off on the right foot. So call us early, have these things in mind, you know, pay attention to what your land looks like, what the next 5 years looks like, and we really can use that information and have a very successful build season with you. Construction season fills up fast, but we want to make sure that you are a priority. So give us a call, and we're 100% ready to assist you in any way possible.